The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 9, the verse number 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 9, the verse number 10. Ladies and gentlemen, this truth telling time, bring at work. I am telling you that Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10 is false, is not true. That it is the fear of the Lord which is the beginning of wisdom. No, rather, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of stupidity. And I have to explain myself. I'm having an argument with a certain Christian believer who, according to Christianity, makes much sense than the rest of the religions. So he is a Christian by excellence. To him, Christianity is therefore the best. Since it makes much sense, then it is the best. So to him, our argument reached a point I had to ask him to know who owns the book of Hebrews. And to him, it is Paul. I said, no article, no research, nothing, no history proves that the book of Hebrew is written by Paul. He asked me, who then? I said, I don't know. Because there is no proof that the book is written by Paul. It is an anonymous book. So, in order to prove his point, my friend, the Atheist, is a believer, sent an article to me. He sent an article to me. So, in the article, I took my time and read one of them fully. And at a point, they were saying that the book of Hebrew is written by Paul in the article. What the link he sent to me. So, okay. So, I continue reading. And in the same article, they are saying that Paul wrote 13 letters. Or 13 letters were written before. A total of 13 letters were written before the death of Paul. And the 14th letter is the book of Hebrew. I said, my brother, but you don't need to be an atheist before you see this. You see, this one, you don't need to fear God before you see this. If they are telling you, the person who is saying that the book of Hebrew is written by Paul, being the 14th letter, and is still telling you that the first 13 letters were written before the death of Paul. That is the 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, Galatians, Romans, Corinthians, Timothy, Philemon, and so forth. If these 13 books were written before the death of Paul, and the 14th letter is the book of Hebrews, how can you believe, as a rational human being, how can you still believe that Paul wrote the book of Hebrew while dead? It means the book of Hebrew was written after the death of Paul. So how can the dead Paul write a book? You must be asking yourself. So this article should even be an evidence that the person who wrote the book himself has no clue about the copyright of the book of Hebrew. They should tell you. And you say, no, then if it is not Paul, who then? And I'm saying, for the fact that I don't know the capital town of UK, of United Kingdom, for the fact that I don't know the capital town of UK, it doesn't mean if you tell me that the capital town of UK is Accra, I should accept it. No. Are you getting it? For the fact that I don't know what is called. For the fact that I don't know what is called airplane, I don't know it. It doesn't mean that if you show me a bicycle and you say this is aeroplane, I should accept it. No, at least I know that this is bicycle. It is not what can be called aeroplane. I know that this is bicycle and it is not anything else apart from bicycle. So for the fact that I don't know the person who owns the book of Hebrew, doesn't mean that if you tell me it is Paul, I will agree. And in your own article you sent to me, it is stated in it that 13 books were written before the death of Paul. And the 14th letter is the book of Hebrew. So how can you believe that Paul, after his death, wrote the book of Hebrews? So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It is false. When we are telling you that religion is a cancer, la religion est l'opium du peuple. Religion is the opium to the masses. People don't understand it. But it is our duty to step by step bring them to the light, bring them to the realization of the truth. Of course, this is truth telling time. TTT, bring at work. Bring at work. You just listen to your brother Sister Dakoba of Truth Telling Time. We are on YouTube, Truth Telling Time TV, and Atheism with Dakoba. On Facebook, we have Truth Telling Time and the African Atheist Association. My telephone number is 054-123-2463. Thank you very much for listening to this educational teaching. Do share it with others. Bring your comment, like the video, and let's all move on. Thank you so much. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It's not true. You can fear God, but that doesn't mean you have wisdom, because you can't believe that God is an omniscient God. God is an omniscient God. He knows everything. But Sodom and Gomorrah, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah were committing sin on earth, and God is not aware. He was told by angel, and God said, I must go down to find out if the accusation is true or not. It means he doesn't know. So therefore, he's not an omniscient God. And if you fear this God, which knowledge, which wisdom are you going to get? So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of stupidity. TTT, brain at work.